Hi everyone. So for me what's really important is to be real, to be honest, to be here. And something that each and every single one of us as human beings, we all have certain laws or programming or rules in the head or morality about what we should do and what we shouldn't do. And if you were to take every single person on the planet, there's, obviously we all have different ideas. We all have different programming. We have all different things within us that tell us what is right or what's wrong. And you can see very clearly within, especially within countries or cultures or parts of the world. But even within that, even within a culture, there are people who still are different. And this is in regard to morality, to what you think, everything. There's so many different differences in who we are. And for me, when it comes to who I am and what I live, I'm someone that is about what's practical and what's best for all. I care about the physical bodies of people, who they are, really, their bodies. For example, like the idea of following morality, an idea of what's right or wrong, that is not aligned to what's practical and what's supportive for us as people. For example, if we think something is bad or wrong, when it doesn't have anything to do with making things better, then there's no point to follow that. A really basic principle. But if you look at, okay, if I look at the world in reality, how many times do we consider not doing something because we judge it? Like I know some people who dislike seeing anything that's violent, anything at all, and they believe that it will cause them bad things if they see violence. I mean, for me that's really ridiculous because it's not the violence that will cause you to do anything. And if it were, then you're really at a very unaware level where you simply copy and repeat whatever you see. But in terms of human beings, how we are, we direct and decide who we are and what we do. And if you accept a lot of programming or idea that I will simply follow what everyone tells me to do, then yeah, of course, I'll believe you. But that's not your base program because you're accepting, allowing that idea. And you become that idea. And that's one example. So the idea of judging, seeing anything as violent as bad is silly. And I see generally and culturally, when we look at children, how we treat them, we really treat them at this point where it's like we will use morality, especially here in the United States, in this culture here. I mean, every single country is different in culture. But within this culture, which is more from a Puritan background, Christian background, they're much more reserved in things. But even if, like, I still see the same problems in other cultures where, let's say, they're really open about things. Let's say about things about, let's say, sex or violence. If they're really open about things, for me, that still is not the solution. The solution is to be okay with what's practical and explain how things work and to show it. Because it's easy to just take a child and just let them see anything that's violent or sexual. Or it's very easy to just take a child and make sure they never see anything violent or sexual, ever. Both of the paths are easy. But the path that actually takes more time, takes more effort, and will actually assist and support the child is to talk to the child, to explain and to show, to demonstrate and show them the world and how things work on a physical level and an experiential level. How does the human body work? What is, what does our body consist of? How does force work? There's so many different components within all of these, with this one point. And even on top of that, you can study human psychology, like what drives a person to do violence. You can understand their thoughts and the mind. You can study, there's so much you can study and show and explain if you take one topic even. But how many of us, as caretakers of children, whether it's parents or teachers, whoever it may be, actually really explain all that to children? And what usually happens, what I observe in general, is that it just gets unsaid, unspoken, and then within the thought that, well, they'll learn it someday by themselves through school or something like that. I don't know, it's just, where's the point where it's like the only people that exist is you and the child, you and your children or something like that, or it's like you really take the responsibility to show them the world, to show them everything, to really guide them, like for real. I mean, because you're the only one that you can really know and trust that you can do with what you can do with your time and with your effort. You're the only one. You can sure rely on other people, but how many people in your life are actually really trustworthy? Like you would trust them, like if you were a child and you were born here, you would trust them to raise you, and that they would need to be absolutely taken care of. I mean, that level of really real trust within a person, where you'll know that they'll do everything because that is who they are, that they won't be influenced by money, by temptation, or by anything. They're gonna stick to their principles. I mean, yeah, if you have that kind of person in your life, and they're your friend or your partner or whoever, and they may be, hold on to them because they're such a valuable person. There's very few people out there like that. So yeah, hold on to them. Keep them in your life as much as you can. And you can actually trust them with things that are important. Like the life of your child. And it's not about keeping them alive, it's about giving them life, showing them life. And life that is here. In all the different ways. There's so much that we don't realize, we don't see, that is so obvious. Everything I'm saying is so obvious, but we don't live it. We don't do it. I mean, this is our reality. This is our truth. This is our situation. And I am here supporting you with some awareness. See what you can do with what I said. See how you can live it in your life. Even if it's just by yourself. Pretend you are a child and that you are guiding yourself through this life. You're the only one you can really, truly, absolutely trust. Because you really have your own power here. You have your own willpower to decide what you're going to do. Other people, they may develop themselves, sure, but that doesn't make your decision about who you are. You are really the only one that can really, truly trust. Because you build your trust. You can see your trust. You can live it and do it. Other people, they will have to be tested by you. And you have to see them. And that's something you can only really see once you've tested yourself and tested your own trustworthiness. Once you walked your process with yourself, then you can really actually see it within others. Because then you see them walking their process. So this isn't something that you can find within other people. You can't simply find the solution from outside yourself. You really need to find it, create it within yourself. Make it you. Because that's all you really have is yourself in this life. Really. And you know that. That's really the most basic, first important point to get. And once you establish that, then you can gift it to others. To children, to people, to friends, to adults, to whoever. Then you can actually live that and do that. And you'll see and you'll know. Okay. Thank you very much for this video. Bye.